welcome to Lauren's Travels. Today we are at Leu Gardens. I have done a few videos here before, but today we are visiting for the Fairy Doors exhibit. Leu Gardens was recently closed for a bit due to the hurricane, so they have extended this exhibit until November 7th, I believe. I'll leave their information down in the description box. So you will be given a map when you come. It shows you all the locations. And it also gives you backstory for all the fairies. They have a little birdhouse here that looks like a shack. Super cute. On the back of the map for the fairy doors, they do have little stories and names for the fairy doors. So we found number 10 here, which is Ainsley, means one's own meadow. She's an earth fairy. Her gold pixie dust helps keep the soil nourished for the plants. She has autumn colored hair pulled back into a ponytail, hazel eyes, bronze wings, which turn gold when she sprinkles her pixie dust. Very autumnal, earthy fairy that lives at this one. Elio is next. It means sun. He is a light fairy. He makes sure there's plenty of sunlight for plants and animals. He has blonde hair, apricot eyes, and huge yellow wings. He spreads his yellow pixie dust for a little extra light during the gray days. His twin sister Halo is the night fairy. Ooh, I can't wait to see hers. And this is the moon one. Super cute. Used to love all kinds of celestial things growing up in the 90s. I think it is making a comeback too. This is definitely a unique experience visiting after the hurricane. We're seeing a lot of trees that are down, but volunteers worked to open this place back up. I think it was only closed for about a week from the hurricane damage. And thank you to those volunteers that did, because it's nice to be able to come and explore and see this exhibit without having to climb over trees. So everything is well pushed to the side, and it feels good to come and support Leu Gardens after the hurricane. Ooh, I like this one. Maeve means she who rules. She is the daughter of Zeneviva, which makes her a princess. She wears ribbons in her long curly pink hair. Her eyes are Kelly green and her wings have swirls of pink. She is the peacekeeper of the garden fairies. Walking through the rose garden to find more fairy doors, and it just smells so nice out here. Love that smell. Also love the smell of gardenias. I'm hoping I find one somewhere here today. We found the music fairies door. Sorry for the noise. There's some grass cutting going on, but look how cute this one is with a little music note. This is definitely like a scavenger hunt for these fairy doors because they are spread out throughout the whole gardens. We're using the map to help us, but it is very hot. They do sell water when you first walk in for $1. You can also bring your own, but even though it's pretty well covered, it's still pretty warm out today. A little envious of all of you that are experiencing actual fall weather. We found Jules's house. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And this one I like too. He's the creative, honest, and brilliant one. A builder fairy, sandy blonde hair, violet eyes, and small translucent wings. He has moss-colored pixie dust that allows him to carry all the things he builds. Aw, his door is really cute. Very shiny. We found Beckett, which means bee cottage. He is a bug fairy. He loves all insects, and his special honey-colored pixie dust helps the insects thrive. He has yellow-green hair, orange eyes, and fast black wings, which buzz like a bee when rubbed together. Getting a little Candyman feel from this one here. Bug fairy. And all the bugs are around the door, so I understand. We found the forest fairy, number 5. I do not know how to pronounce it, but you could barely tell unless you were really looking for it here, because it's almost the same color as the tree, the palm tree it's on. Ooh, the queen of the garden fairies. This is her house, right on the lake, prime real estate. She has beautiful long wavy magenta hair, hazel eyes, and silvery butterfly wings. She is the only fairy that can change the shape of her wings with her magical pixie dust. Her daughter is Maeve, the princess fairy, whose pink door we saw earlier. The next one is the dragon, Ryu. He cares for the new baby dragons born in the gardens. He has caramel-colored hair, cobalt blue eyes, and indigo wings, which are in the shape of dragonfly wings. His special pixie dust keeps the dragons from being seen from humans. Look at how cool the scales are. The little moss on the side. This is one of my favorite ones so far. Love the detailing. The scales are glittery. so cool. This little girl is dressed up like a fairy. I can't handle it. We found Wire, meaning winding river. He is a water fairy. His Arctic blue pixie dust helps make rain for the plants and animals. He has curly brown hair, dark brown eyes, and light blue wings, which change to silver when it rains. But to me, this is like the Lake Eola with the swan. It's so cute. Lake Eola door here. Finding lots of these little birdhouses around too. So it's like a fairy and birdhouse scavenger hunt out here. This is so cute. I wish I had a house and not an apartment so I can make a cute little birdhouse like this. We found the first fairy door on the tour, which is Ginger. Hers is very tropical looking. I love it. There is a historic house here that they do tours at, and I believe they're included with the price of admission. We're not doing it today, but maybe something we can do in a future video. And if you are traveling with any smaller children or older people in your party, there are tons of benches all around to sit down and enjoy your time at the gardens, but not have to rush through the day. Tuka is number 19 here. This is the creative and imaginative fairy. His pixie dust is used to paint colors on all of the pollinators. He has turquoise hair, slate-colored eyes, and small multicolor wings that help him fly fast. Very cute. These are hard to get to, so I am stepping on some grass to get to them, but this one is so cool looking. We found the berry fairy. He's a fruit, herb, and vegetable fairy. And I can tell it's the berry one because they've got cute little berries right on the door, almost like grapes. This is the butterfly fairy, which makes sense. She's in the butterfly garden. Alida. So right here at the cottage. This one is kind of hidden. Karasi means life and wisdom. She is a book fairy who loves to read every day. I feel that. She shares her books and knowledge with all the fairies. She has teal eyes, plum-colored hair, and wings. Her silver pixie dust is rare and can only be used if she sees another fairy in need. We are almost done with our fairy door tour. Next up is Della, which is the protector. She's an animal fairy with brown wavy hair, lime green eyes, and large shimmering green wings. Her pink pixie dust helps animals in need. Every day she checks on all the animals in the garden. Her best friend is Casper. I would hope that's the ghost. Nice little wolf howling at the moon there. Zuri is our last fairy, which means blooming, beautiful, or good. She is a flower fairy and spreads her coral pixie dust on all the flower beds to help them bloom. She has very short jet black hair, bright violet eyes, and small wings with silver and purple swirls. Great colors. Ooh, this reminds me of the creative fairy door that we saw earlier. Super bright and colorful. This is the last fairy door that we have to see, which is Casper. Which makes sense about Della now. Her best friend is Casper. It's not the ghost. It is this magic fairy, keeper of all the pixie dust. And you can tell it's magic because it's floating in the air. And that was our visit to Lue Gardens for their Fairy Doors exhibit. If you have questions about this event, leave them down in the comments below. And I'll see you next time. Make sure to follow.